the German title for this, Die Midlife Crisis, could apply to like any episode. Just saying. So remember in season 1 when Baywatch had a plot about a volleyball match? Well, this is another one! Eyebrows wants to be a pro volleyball player, which is something he's always been interested in, kinda like when he was a kickboxer for 2 seconds. He might not be a pro volleyball player, but the show has cast some real pros in roles this episode, including Olympic medalists and Tim Hovland, aka the Hov, which feels like some borderline copyright infringement toward the Hoff. Also appearing as a surfer is, apparently, famed Chicago radio talk show host Kevin Matthews, whose guest appearance here was, I guess, noteworthy enough to include in his IMDb biography. His guest appearance on Baywatch in the early 90s is yet another dumb moment of his career. I like that implies there were many dumb moments. Anyway, Baywatch is going back to an old favorite, the cool transportation/product placement plot. This time, it's for Scat Hovercraft, which has a very unfortunate name. Baywatch is considering purchasing one of these vehicles for rescues, so to test it out, they've invited the Scat Hovercraft rep, a former lifeguard, to show Mitch what Scat Hovercrafts are all about. More on this in a bit. Meanwhile, the show suddenly remembers Garner exists and gives him a story not involving law enforcement? What show is this? Supporting cast members only have one defining feature. One! It's amateur night at this blues club, and Garner, going through a midlife crisis, is gonna bless us with his velvety voice. Thank you, Baywatch. I don't know, Garner. There's a lot of black people here, don't you think? Luckily, Mitch spots a white lady crying in the audience and woos her with a used hanky. No thanks. Oh, keep your cool, Mitch. Keep your cool. Mitch is tanking pretty hard, so he hopes Garner's music will put this lady in the mood. Take it away, Garny boy. Boo! You suck! Oh, come on, Mitch.
Well, scratch that one off the list.
That was a cruel thing to say.
I like that the show is calling him out on being an asshole now. When will I be as good as David Hasselhoff or Jeremy Jackson? Damn my stage fright!
Nobody's life flow ever gets closed off. Unless they stop trying to live their dreams.
Thanks, CJ. You know, I always wanted to play basketball.
Whoa, I didn't ask for your life story, okay?
Meanwhile, Mitch is about to meet the Scat Hovercraft representative, and gasp! It's a girl! Also, she's the lady from the Blues Club who thought he was a dick to Garner. This is Tracy Dodsworth, who will be Mitch's new long-term love interest. And by long-term, I mean 5 episodes. I think this is who David Hasselhoff is talking about in this baffling quote?
Mitch is finally going to get a love interest. Finally. I know you thought that I did not go out with girls, but I actually am going to go out and have a little nookie on the show.
We never had sex on the show.
Yes, finally Mitch will have a love interest. After nearly 100 episodes of being a leprous bachelor, finally the show lets him have that sex Baywatch never featured. And I'm glad his first ever, never had one before love interest is a representative for Scat Hovercraft. This brazen lie is a bunch of scat, if you want my opinion. Almost as bold as him claiming him and Garner are best friends.
So, you see, Garner and I were like best friends.
We take showers and Speedos together. We're inseparable. There's no way this hovercraft is gonna be able to beat Mitch in his Wave Runner TM. After all...
It's not a fair test, Captain. I know these waters. I know the waves. I know the currents.
Yeah, he knows the always completely the same waves and currents of Baywatch Ocean, which will totally give him the advantage. More like hover crap! To prove Mitch is really a nice guy, though, he places this wager. Whoever wins the test rescue cooks the other one dinner. You know, when food is at stake, he really means it.
I don't eat red meat.
Neither do I. This race is ours. Get on, loser, I gotta win! But alas, the Scat Hovercraft just barely wins out. Impossible! How could this happen to Wave Runner TM? My dick is this big.
Now, Mitch is very sensitive about his cooking, so you have to compliment him or he'll be depressed all night.
When people ask for examples of empowered female characters, I point them to this scene in Baywatch of CJ and Tracy doing Skinamax shadow theater while discussing how best to please Mitch's bruised ego, which was only bruised because he was an asshat about everything. So Mitch turns an equipment test into a contest, loses, and then gets the girl he was an asshole to into his home so he can have a candlelit dinner with her. Seems like he's gotten a taste of humble pie. Tracy has repeatedly stated she's not interested in starting a relationship, a boundary Mitch is determined to cross at every opportunity because, deep down, all any woman wants is a piece of Mitch Von Malibu. Don't worry, Mitch assures her, he just wants to be friendly coworkers.
Hey, let me just grind right up on you. That's professional, right?
Meanwhile, volleyball. If you ever had a burning desire to see pro volleyball players try to act in an extended scene all to themselves, this is the episode to watch.
What's the deal, Kurt? Are you gonna keep playing with him even though I'm ready?
I could give them some acting tips. The Huv plays Tim Sinclair, who's been out of the volleyball circuit due to a knee injury. His partner Kurt replaced him with asshole Alex, and he won't play with him again unless he can prove he's better. Now he needs someone to team up with to take them on. But first, he asks Eyebrows out on a date.
You checked me out? Why?
I need a partner.
In the tournament?
Not exactly.
Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near?
The Huv challenges Kurt and Alex to a match. If they win, Kurt has got to take him back. So wait, if his team is better, he wants to partner up with the guy who lost? Why not just stay with your better team? My only chance of fulfilling my volleyball dream is to lose. Ho ho ho, I am his silver medal.
Hey, Broyles.
Yeah.
Good reflexes.
Even though Eyebrows was totally the best choice, the Huv still decides to train him. I think we need some cool training music.
What does the fox say?
Halfway through the episode, they decide CJ is getting a subplot. In protest of some offshore oil drilling, she asks Eyebrows to wear this anti-drilling tank top. Ugh, you are so embarrassing, CJ. I'm going to cheat on you with an oil driller.
Now that I'm born into the world, nothing can get me down.
Meanwhile, Garner's still depressed over his Blues Club disaster. He tells Mitch about his woes, and Mitch offers these words of comfort.
Everybody goes through that at some point in their life, including me.
Including you.
Yeah.
When? You're not only living your dream, you're living every man's dream.
Every man's dream. You heard it here, folks. Also, for once, Mitch isn't overinflating his ego into godlike status. You could rename Baywatch into Mitch's ongoing midlife crisis, and it wouldn't be wrong. At first, Mitch's admittance might not seem in character, until you realize, A, he's totally kicking Garner's ass at chess while he does it, and B, he's made Who's Got the Sadder Midlife Crisis into a contest.
Yours is about career, mine's about relationships.
Shoot, mine's about that too.
Yeah, well, I wanted one so badly, I almost married my ex-wife.
Checkmate!
Checkmate.
Nah. Now that the focus is firmly on him, Mitch tells Garner that, surprise, he could see himself spending the rest of his life with Tracy. Like a clockwork.
Damn, Mitch, you got some problems. What's not to love? She's got blonde hair, rides a scat hovercraft, and tells me consistently that she detests me. She's perfect!
In a gut-wrenching twist of heartbreak, Tracy is on her way out of town. Oh, not because she's sticking to her guns and moving on with her life, but because Mitch was so damn good in their competition, there wasn't sufficient reason to spend money on the scat hovercraft and keep her around. That's right, even when he loses, he's still the best.
No! Why must my talent be such a curse?
But hey, Eyebrows has got problems too.
How do I stand a chance of winning wearing this?
Sorry, did I say he has problems? I meant no, he doesn't, ever.
Wait, is that a no drilling shirt? I'm so distracted I lost! Damn you, environmental message clothing! Damn you to hell!
Woohoo! I get to drop you like a sack of bricks! What's going on with those oil drillers anyway? Okay, that had nothing to do with them being oil drillers and everything to do with terrible safety precautions. You don't want any blood in the water when Mitch is around. He's got a taste for it. Look at this, he's trying to cook him.
You're gonna make it.
Oh, get it?
Impalement craft away!
I just want you to know, just because you came here doesn't mean this wasn't my save.
Now that someone's life has been saved, Tracy's gonna stick around.
Act in a Broadway show, meet Bob Dylan, all sorts of things.
Marriage? Kids?
Fuck off. Also, what is that sweater vest, Mitch?
I'm so charming.
Eyebrows is also here, wearing his accountant chic. But that's not the important thing. The important thing is, we're gonna finally hear Garner sing. I don't have any jokes, just enjoy it.
I almost drowned in my own tears.
Next time on Baywatch, it's Christmas at Baywatch. Prepare to have your heart warmed and your disbelief suspended. Merry Christmas in summer!
It brings the tears into my eyes when I begin to realize I cried so much since you've been gone. I almost cried.